hasn't even started yet. For example, let me just give you one. Oh, you're not interested? Not interested?
It's not that, sir.
Okay.
You could bring up something,
all right,
and I said it before, I'll tell you. You could bring up something that may come before the council, okay? Ideas that may come before the council that you bring from there, okay, that we may have to discuss in the future and possibly, maybe vote on them. I'm not saying that you're going to do that. In that aspect, it's a violation of sunshine law. Okay, that's my concern about the meeting.
Everything that is said in that meeting, right, everything that is proposed in that meeting, and everything it says that is a good thing in that meeting is not a voice of this council. It is the voice of Mr. Bacon. That's the issue you're dealing with.
We have a member of our staff that's going to be a chief speaker there, and we have the police chief and the fire chief and the executive director of emergency management services.
Not a voice of this council.
And the direction.
All right.
Because if you want to make it a voice of this council, things going to be said you don't even know anything about until you're there. All you got to do is tell me that. But you need to understand.
Well, council, we need
to.
Okay, apparently, Mr. McLemore, sir, you believe that this is a concern in the city, in the council. You want direction from us. That's what you want. Correct? That's what you're looking for.
I'm not concerned if you put the disclosure on it.
Okay, fine. That answers that question. Does any council member object to the disclosure being put on there? Here's a workshop, so we can't vote on it. Okay? Or can we?
You give you a consensus on it.
We can give you a consensus on it.
Disclosure on what? The screening?
On the screening, what he's showing. Make sure it's so that...
I'm in favor of the screening.
Okay. He's not in favor of screening.
No.
Okay. Vice Mayor?
Well, it's a reflection. If you're going to stream it, even if you put the disclaimer up there, it is a reflection of the council. It will be. I mean, that's just a perception and reality.
Okay. Councilwoman, I need a little direction from you, or some idea of what you think. I think you gave them a great idea. Let them do it themselves.
I think the suggestion would be for them to make their own event and do a Facebook Live, and that way we keep the city separate. We don't involve Mr. Frankton and because of staff hours and time.
Just to clarify, I'm volunteering.
He's volunteering.
100%. I'm not. Besides saying sorry, it's not like I'm being compensated in any way, shape, or form. I was just trying to help out so that nothing gets messed up in my little world over here.
So you plan to attend the meeting? Is that correct?
As a technical assistant, to make sure that everything goes here smooth, whether it's just the microphones or the sound system, or if you guys decide to have it streaming, whatever the case may be.
Okay. Well, in that case, since we already have a volunteer that can do that, I think that the disclaimer would be a good idea, and I feel that that it's already on the city website, and we should allow the streaming.
I know Mr. Brady, you're ready to say something.
I think we've seen a decrease in attendance at our meetings because streaming is available. And people stay in the comforts of their home to watch the streaming as opposed to coming to a meeting. I think it would be a disservice to our sheriff to do the streaming and him stand up here and talk to an empty room. And I think showing our support as a city by attending is more appropriate than streaming it out and him talking again to an empty room. It just, the optics of it is what I don't like. And again, we approved the use of the building by an individual, but not as a council member. And I think this is kind of mission creep type of thing, and I just don't want to go there.
Okay. Even with a disclosure.
I want the streaming, so if you don't do the stream, you don't need a disclosure.
I would like to comment on something, if I may. Mr. Bacon is doing this as a council member. He just is not doing it with the authority of the council or the majority of the council. When it comes to public records and actions, just because he doesn't have approval doesn't make it not a public record or public or on those lines along that. Because he's not doing it just like the average citizen coming in and saying, "Hey, can I use your